good. Okay, Jeremy Youngman again at Spokane Super Tattoo with Nicole, and we were doing our tattoo talk before. Now, she likes researching stuff and such, so I'm going to pull up something for her to see. Right now we have the I.S.S. This is the International Space Station. We can see, Earth and everything flying there. Now, okay, when we watch this, what I find amazing is when there's not a bunch of crap in the way. When you can see. Where are the stars, Nicole? That's pretty weird, isn't it?
It is pretty weird.
That's really weird. Where are the stars? No, I don't know where
stars are planets, so...
Right. So, first off, that's a bad picture there. But what I want you to think about is the temperature where they are. The temperature, here we are. The temperature of the thermosphere is about 3,000 Fahrenheit. Now, the space station that we're looking at, it's not made out of steel or anything because it would be too heavy to get up there. So let's look at what degree steel melts. 2,500. And right now, they are at 3,632. What do you think about that? That's kind of weird, huh?
It is.
That's really weird. Now, let's go back and look at this. Do you see in the background here, do you see any satellites?
No, but what's that little dot?
Oh, yeah, I don't know. But first, before we get to that, let's look at how many satellites, and why is that happening? How many satellites are orbiting Earth? That many. That many. Do you see any?
No.
I don't see any. Now, other than the satellites, let's see how much space junk, 500,000 pieces, is orbiting Earth. I don't see any. Now, you see the Earth moving here?
Yeah.
The clouds are not moving. The clouds are staying in the same position. They're moving with Earth. So you're telling me the clouds are just stuck in their cloud position and they're not changing? Right now, there's no planes flying. It's like a no-fly day. There's no satellites. There's no space junk. There's no stars. Also, one thing that you may not know, the space station, the International Space Station, it's moving. Guess how fast it's moving?
No way.
17. What do you mean, no way? It says so right here. This is NASA saying that it moves 17,000 miles an hour. Now, do you see it?
Hell? No, probably not at orbit.
Yes, it is.
At orbit?
Research this. It moves in orbit. It has moved and has never stopped moving.
In orbit that quick?
Yes, it has never stopped moving. Now, what I want to know is if that's moving 17,000 miles an hour and it never stops, how do people dock on that?
Yeah.
And how come they never show anyone ever docking? They never show them suiting up and then getting out. They just show them all of a sudden outside. Yeah. It's really weird and questionable.
Sure. There's so many questions.
So many questions. So, do you want to know what I think, of course?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so let's go to, we're at Google, let's go to images, and let's go to I.S.S. training facility.
You're missing the I.
Okay, let's see. Okay, I.S. training facility, let's see what happens there. Wow. Do you know what they have on Earth, actually? So that when you go up into, up into space, how do you know how to work on an I.S.S. unless you have a training facility on Earth?
True.
So, how do they make the weightlessness? Put that freaking giant I.S.S. in a giant pool. That way, the water will give you the weightlessness effect. Mm-hmm. And that way you can do your little missions and learn what you would do when you're up there. Now, see these pictures of them? Yeah. Imagine if they just take that picture and put a green screen and
Earth behind it.
Yep. We don't know. We have no idea. But it's sure something to think about.
It is. Where's all the debris?
Where's anything? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this is just totally stupid and weird. So see, when I realized, I personally believe we didn't go to the moon. So since I don't think that we went to the moon, then I started looking at the I.S.S. And it's like, you know what? The I.S.S. is bullshit too. And then I started looking at satellites. And the incredible map shows the undersea cables that keep the internet alive. That keeps the internet alive? This incredible map? I don't see anything about satellites keeping the internet alive. It's all underwater submarine cables.
Seriously, is there a way I should cut them?
So I'm not saying that I'm right. I'm just saying there's lots of shit that I think that we should look into. And the fact that you would sit here and I don't know if you're humoring me or if you are interested, but the fact that you'll sit here and be like, oh my gosh, you're like, think shit's turning in your head.
It's like turning where it's, what? You know, there's theories for everything.
There is.
There's alternate theories.
Yep. So who knows what's going on?
Why is to say this isn't one that is plausible?
So it's totally weird. And what I'm going to give you here is a list of things. On Netflix,
I love
you have your documentary. Research Underwater.
Yeah,
Loose Change is a good movie. Stephen Hawking and all that stuff. So yeah, and then Brandon thinks when you watch this enough that it's actually like on a loop and just going around and around.
The live stream is?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they've got to sleep at some point, right?
Yeah. So it's just craziness.
They just show probably the outside for a good
and
chunk of it.
How about this, Nicole? They have never done once. They've never taken the camera and done a 360-degree or 180. And how about this? Let's take that camera, turn it around. Show me the void of space. Show me show me the opposite side. Yeah. They won't do it.
They won't do a 360 ever?
They have never done it. And
they just switch cameras?
Yes. This is the only camera they have. This is the only camera they have right now because this is the only one we see.
They never pan?
No.
Because they spent so much on their other spacecrafts that they couldn't afford more
cameras.
I
want to know how come there's no...
Yeah, how come they can't afford more cameras? It's NASA.
Right? So, I mean, it's weird and it's funky, so...
Yeah.
It's you have a nice weekend.
I have a lot of research to do thanks to you two fellas.
All right. Very good.
I like it.
And if you don't end up liking what you find...
I'll come back and tell you.
Okay. Yes. All right. Then Nicole, again, thank you for fucking being hip, and you have a great tattoo. And
that's right, man.
When I put this up, I'll let you know so you can watch it.
Yeah, heck yeah, man.
All right. Thank you, and everybody have a good rest of the day.
See you later.
All right.